Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leanna, Victorious Vegan. Just call me VV. I'm so glad you're here. If you're new to my channel is focused on healthy eating. I'm a vegan. I've been a vegan for 7 years now, and I love this lifestyle. And so this channel is about eating to live, not living to eat. It's about eating clean and making wise choices and taking baby steps for some who are new to a clean lifestyle of eating, a plant-based diet. So welcome to Victorious Vegan Gen 129. If you're new here, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button so that you will be able to follow me and grow with me in this journey. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell. Once you hit that bell, you'll be able to be notified as soon as I drop a video. So let's get into why it's been a minute since I posted my last video. Y'all, this ain't no joke, okay? I am new to YouTube. I am new to editing, and any YouTuber knows what editing is like. And once you've arrived to a certain level, guess what? You can employ an editor. But as of right now, the editor is moi. So I am learning and growing and just getting used to how to edit my own videos. So this video actually was done, oh my gosh, y'all, about 2 weeks ago. It was a what I eat in a day video, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I didn't like it. I just didn't like how it came out. I just didn't like it. But what I did like was dinner. So in this video, you're gonna see dinner. And don't be confused when I say, okay, we're now on to dinner. Just know that breakfast and lunch was left on the cutting floor. But you're gonna enjoy this meal. It's so delicious. It's so surprising, the ingredients. And oh, one last thing before we get going. In my videos, I will do my very best to tell you the nutritional benefits of what you're eating. So my point is to educate you, and not only to educate you, but also to make the food taste good. So you want to know what's going in your body and what's going in your body does for your body. Does that make sense? I think so. And take the time to listen to what these ingredients do for you, and then you'll be more inclined to say, oh, I need more mushrooms, I need more tofu, I need more protein in spinach and kale and all that good stuff. So let's get into this next video. I will be popping out videos as soon as I can, as quickly as I can. Pray for me, y'all. I'm working on it. I hope you like this video. Let's get into it. You would not know that that was tofu. And now we're on to dinner. This was so good, and I have to give credit where credit is due. This recipe is from a fellow vegan vlogger named Nisha. She's on Rainbow Plant Life. Shout out to you, Nisha, for an amazing recipe. My daughter, who hates mushrooms, who doesn't like tofu, my husband, who would never ever eat tofu, took a bite of this and they both enjoyed it. So let's get into this. We're gonna start with tofu. Now normally I would use the extra firm, just regular white tofu, press it, you know, for 30 minutes, get all the juice out of it, or the water out of it. But I'm using this organic baked tofu from Trader Joe's. It's all ready. I don't have to press it. For you guys that want to save some time, Trader Joe's, you know, that's one of my favorite stores. So for those of you that don't like tofu or think it tastes like sponge and has no flavor, I thought the same thing until I started playing around with different ways to make tofu. And this way, I'm telling you, you will be so surprised that it's tofu. Okay, so we got the tofu all cut up. I'm gonna put it in a bowl. And if I'm making this for more than just me, I would definitely use a whole container of the extra firm tofu. Again, make sure you press it so that the juice gets out. If you don't have a tofu presser, all you have to do is wrap it up in paper towels, sit it on a cutting board, and put a very heavy, thick book on top of the tofu and let it sit for 30 minutes and it'll get all the juice out. If you don't do that, then the tofu will be mushy and yucky. Now we're going to add our ingredients. And as you know, I don't like to use oil a lot, but this recipe, I am gonna use some oil. I want it to be true to it, and then I'll make it, the next time I'll experiment and do it without oil and see how it tastes, and we'll make it again. But we're gonna put in some olive oil. This is 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And we're gonna put in a tablespoon of toasted sesame seed oil. And just a little bit of pepper and a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. And then we're just gonna, don't do it too heavy because you don't want the tofu to fall apart. Just gonna, you know what? I probably put on a little bit too much oil because this is not a lot of tofu. I did, but it'll be okay. I'm gonna drain that. I'm just gonna drain that off. Those measurements are for a whole container of, or a whole package of, oops, it's all right. A whole package of tofu. So I'm draining this oil off. Way too much. We'll get that off. All right. And then what we're gonna do after that, because we want it crunchy and crispy, we're gonna put in, you can use arrowroot or cornstarch. I used cornstarch. And we're gonna use Panko Japanese breadcrumbs. It's gonna give it that crunch. And we're gonna use some black sesame seeds. If you don't have black, you can use the white. And again, we're just going to get the coating on there so that it's nice and coated. It's gonna be nice and crunchy. Again, this is a great quick meal, and it's so filling, it can definitely be for dinner. 3 of these will fill you up completely. So we've got the tofu done and ready. All you're gonna do is sit it on some parchment paper. And the good thing about this recipe is we're gonna cook the tofu and the mushrooms together, but on 2 different baking sheets. Make sure you have enough room between your tofu. That's important. Don't crowd them. Maybe like 6 inches apart from each other. All right, and so our tofu, we're gonna put that in the oven, but we're gonna put it in at the same time as these amazing mushrooms. So we're gonna sit these right over here. So now we're on to the mushrooms. OMVV. I absolutely love oyster mushrooms. These are, I know they look crazy. Honey, what did you say about the oyster mushrooms?
They're from outer space.
He said they look like they're from outer space. Sometimes if you don't show people things, they don't really know. Then when they go to eat them, they're like, oh my gosh, this is so good. They don't even know what they're eating. But y'all, there's so many different kinds of mushrooms. These oyster mushrooms, you just want to cut off the back of it like that and get rid of that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull them apart. You've heard me say green G-bombs, greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds, right? There's a reason for that. If you eat those things every day, G-bombs, greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds, there's so much health benefit toward it. So you see, look at that. They're just chewy. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. Okay, so let me read you the benefits of mushrooms. The benefits of mushrooms, there's 10 of them as I'm pulling these apart. Number 1, they contain cancer-fighting properties. They are a great source of selenium, which you just gotta look that up. And this is key here. In a 2010 study, they researched 5 different mushrooms. And I love all of these because I love mushrooms. Cremini mushrooms, portobello, oyster, and white button. And they found that the consumption of these mushrooms was linked to a significant suppression of the growth of cancer cells, especially breast cancer. Number 1, they contain cancer-fighting properties. Number 2, they boost the immune system. Any type of thing that attacks your immune system, these help boost the immune system. Number 3, they help lower cholesterol. Oh my goodness, who doesn't need that, right? Number 4, high in vitamin D. Some of us take vitamin D every single day. Some of us are vitamin D deficient. So mushrooms help in that. Ladies. Okay, and guys, number 5, it helps in aging. All right. So why wouldn't you want to eat these amazing mushrooms? So you can see how that looks. You would never think, it looks like chicken, really. It looks like shredded chicken. And I make a lot of these because I put them on salads. I put them on everything. Okay, number 5, fights aging. Number 6, helps with depression in cancer patients. Number 7, beneficial to the digestive system. So, you know, your gut is everything. The microbiome in your gut, you gotta keep it clean. You gotta eat clean foods, right? So you want to be able to have a good digestive system. You know, you got to be regular. Mushrooms help in doing that. Number 8, rich in vitamins and minerals. And number 9, diabetes management. Listen, why would you not want to eat these things? Remember, you know, my Genesis 1:29 thing. God made these things to heal our body. So whatever you're eating, you just want to make sure it's doing good to your body, not destroying it. And then finally, number 10, it combats obesity. So those are the major benefits of mushrooms. So our mushrooms are done. Look at these. OMVV. Yes, you guys. Yes. When you guys see the end result of this, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I got to try it. So the same bowl that we had the tofu in, we're just going to toss the mushrooms in. Again, the beauty of this recipe is we're cooking the mushrooms and the tofu at the same time. Just want to make sure there. And then all we're going to do is put a little bit of avocado oil on here. You can use any oil you want. I really would have preferred to use grapeseed oil, but I was out. So that's the preferred oil, but you can use EVU extra virgin olive oil. I'm using avocado oil. It's probably about a teaspoon. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of pepper. And a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. Oops, it's a little bit too much. So I won't be using all of that. So we have our salt, pepper, and oil on here, and all you're gonna do is just toss it up so it gets coated. Who would have thought that oyster mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, oh my gosh, oyster mushrooms looked like this. But see, again, when you start eating differently, you discover new ways of eating. You discover new ingredients that you can put on your food, and it becomes fun. I think it's fun. Okay, so we got our mushrooms. We're going to put them on this sheet with parchment paper. Just spread them out on here. And when they cook down, y'all, they cook down, you know, kind of little. So you wanna use a lot because they're so flavorful. I mean, they're just so flavorful. You're gonna put your oven on 425 and you're gonna bake these for 25 to 30 minutes. We have the mushrooms in the oven, we have the tofu in the oven together, and now we're gonna make this amazing sauce. Y'all, the sauce is everything. I've said it over and over and over and over and over again. The sauce is everything when you're making recipes. So for me, because I'm a vegan and because I eat raw more than I think I do, especially salads and, you know, just like noodle bowls and things like that, rice bowls, my sauce has to be banging, okay? And this sauce is banging. So we're gonna start with garlic. And we're gonna chop up this garlic, but again, now I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing, y'all, but I'm gonna tell you the benefits of garlic. So let's talk about it. Garlic is highly nutritious, but very low in calories. Bing, that's a plus. And they help better your blood pressure. They reduce the risk of heart disease, which was my major reason for becoming a vegan. They lower cholesterol. Never had to go on cholesterol medications because I love garlic and I put garlic in almost everything that I eat. Also, they're good for colds and flu. Like when my daughter feels like something is coming on, she will take about this size of garlic and just chew it, and then she'll make me chew it, right? I do it because I'm doing it with her and I know the health benefits of it. So if you ever feel a cold coming on, just get you a little piece of garlic, chew that up, just drink a lot of water. Okay, good for colds and flu, help with better athletic performance. So if you have kids that are athletic, if you exercise a lot, if you run a lot, guess what? Eat you some garlic. It's good for you. And this is going in our dressing. Okay, what else? Stronger bones. Who doesn't want stronger bones, right? As we age, we don't want to get osteoporosis and all that kind of stuff. So eat some garlic in everything. Improves memory. OMVV. I take this just for that. You know, I'm getting older, y'all. As you know, I'll be 60, the big 60 this year. I need anything that I can get my hands on that is going to improve my memory. So garlic does that for you. Also, it gives you super skin. Who doesn't want smooth, flawless skin? Those are the health benefits of garlic. All right, so we got our garlic. garlic? Garlic. All right, we'll stay there. Garlic. Okay, so the garlic is done. We're gonna cut up some of these scallions just as a garnish when we're ready to pull our wraps together. All right, so let's get going and let's do our dressing. So we're going to use 4 tablespoons of almond butter. And I love Trader Joe's almond butter. I mean, if you wanted to use peanut butter, you could. Was that 4? I don't know. I think it was 3. I'm gonna do another one. It won't hurt. If your almond butter is really thick, you can put it in the microwave a little bit before you put it in the recipe and loosen it up a little bit, but this is pretty loose, so I'm okay with that. So we have our almond butter. We're gonna put in a tablespoon of toasted sesame seed oil. Again, all of this is gonna be in the description box. We're gonna put in a tablespoon of rice vinegar. We're gonna put in a tablespoon of agave nectar, or you can, I'm sorry, this is coconut nectar, but you can also use agave if you don't have coconut. Coconut is, I couldn't find it anywhere in any stores anywhere, not even Whole Foods, not even 7 Under. So I had to order it from Amazon. And I just like it because it's less sugar and it tastes amazing. All right, so we got that. And then we're gonna put in a tablespoon of tamari. And we're going to put our garlic in, all of it, okay? Don't be afraid. Now we're gonna put in ginger. And make sure you don't put too much in there. This is probably good enough. That's probably a thumbnail of ginger. And then we're gonna put some sriracha. Depending on how hot you like your food, be careful. This is potent. I'm gonna put in a 1/4 teaspoon. Get all that in there. And then we'll shake it up. Okay, so we're ready to shake this up. But you know what? I forgot about the water. So I'm gonna put some water in because it's super thick. And shake it up. Shake it up. Shake it up. It's my grandbaby say, shake it up, shake it up, dun, 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 shake it up, shake it up. That's, it's like way too thick. Okay, you can see the consistency. We want it just a little bit thinner, not too much thinner, but we do want it a little thinner. All right, let's taste it. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so good. All right, so we're on the final lap. The mushrooms are still cooking. I want them crispier. These are the rice noodles. We're just gonna pour in some hot water in here. That's all you gotta do for these. And they need to sit for like 10 minutes. Oh yeah, these are done. OMVV. Look at those. Now, they smell amazing. See, they're like super, like look at, now that looks like onions, right? Tofu. Whoops, whoops. I'm gonna cut some of this. Got our tofu. Look at that. Who would have thought that those things you saw earlier would look like this? When I first did it, I was amazed. You can hear the crunchiness. You would never know those were oyster mushrooms. we're just gonna mix it all up. OMVV. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So crunchy. And that's what you want. All right, so we're gonna rinse our noodles in cold water. You don't want them hot on the lettuce. So just rinse them in cold water. All right, we're at the finish line. So our noodles are done. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put our lettuce. These are Boston lettuce. You can get Bibb lettuce, Boston lettuce. If you can't get any of that, you can use romaine or iceberg, organic iceberg, but I like these. And so I'm gonna set these out. Let's get some good ones. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. You do them on the opposite side because you're gonna fold it over. Maybe I can get 4, y'all. Maybe I can get 4. All right. And then we're going to put our rice in there. Rice noodles, that is. I didn't tell you guys the benefits of ginger. I should have told you that. So let me tell you real quick. And that's why it's so important to eat ginger in your smoothies, in your dressings, when you're cooking. Number 1, fights germs. Helps build your immune system. Number 2, keeps your mouth healthy, okay? You wanna have fresh breath. Eat ginger, it'll help. Calms nausea, soothes sore muscles, eases arthritis symptoms. Here we go. Curbs cancer growth, lowers blood sugar, eases period pains. I know a lot of women deal with that. Ginger eases period pains. Lowers cholesterol, protects against disease, and relieves digestion. Ginger. Get ginger in your diet. Then we're gonna put in our tofu and our oyster mushrooms. Don't be mad at me now. You're probably like, oh my gosh, that looks so delicious. Yum, yum, yum. Ooh, I might have left some for another one. I am gonna be able to make another one. OMVV. All right, so we got that on. I like for the crunchiness, so I tend to add a lot of this. Let's see, there's only 2. We'll put another. There's 4, 3. Okay. You want to be able to hold the lettuce. Okay. Then we're going to put some scallions on there to make it pretty. I love this VV life because this is so delicious. Then we're gonna pour on our dressing. Eating this way is scrumptious, healthy. You can eat as much as you want. Look, we're not using bread here, folks. This is lettuce instead of bread. And then we're going to top it with some sesame seeds. All right, and there you have it. Here you go. That's it. This is dinner, and this is plenty. OMVV. All right, we're gonna pray before we eat. Father, we thank you for this meal. Thank you for the funds you provided for it, God. Let it nourish our body as your word nourishes our soul. In Jesus' name, amen. you would not know that that was tofu. You would not know that that was oyster mushrooms. This is so delicious. This is an evening dinner meal that you can make quick. It's filling. You can make as much as you want, eat as much as you want. So remember, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that when I drop a video, you'll be the first to know. This is Victorious Vegan, out.